What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to give you an office tour 2024. That rhymes. Office tour 2024. My man Logan Smith, I know that watches this channel, also known as DJ Low Stacks, made a reel recently and showed off his place. I've showed you this place before, but you know me and my partial OCD, I'm always changing things around, moving stuff around. I've made a few different videos about this, but let's take a look inside today and see how it's changed or hasn't changed, all right? Okay, so welcome. This is the room that most people enter from. You heard outside, actually right across the street or right across the train tracks where we've definitely shot some cool pictures and video is a concrete factory, which is really weird because we're almost like right in the middle of Raleigh in the really residential area. This building is 100 and some years old. I looked it up. Allegedly, it used to be the Department of Hygiene. Is it? I don't know. I looked it up. Could be making this whole thing up. Welcome to the main office, I guess. There's only really 2 rooms here. People think this place is so big or is gonna be giant. To be completely honest with you, I think the whole thing is maybe 600-700 square feet. It's basically 2 rooms and 2 closets in between the 2 rooms. But every time somebody comes over here like, oh dude, it's so small compared to what it looks like on film. And I'm like, it is what it is, man. You gotta keep the rent low to keep the profits high. You guys know. All right, so this is the main room. When the world was normal, we used to meet couples here almost every single night. We had to have a shared calendar with all the DJs so that they weren't sitting on top of each other, meeting with their couples. I have seen maybe 2 couples in the last 3-4 years. Everything's on Zoom now, even if they live right down the street. But I still like to have a nice spot where I can get away from my desk, come over here, sit down, change of pace, work on music. Every once in a while, like I said, a couple will come in. So that's how we have it all set up with the coffee table, the couch, and then of course I usually sit here. The couple sits in the little velvet couch, and then they basically watch the presentation up on the screen up there. Got a little photo booth here in the corner now. This one is from Revo Spin, I believe. So that'll be running when people come in. They'll be able to come in, just take a quick picture, and then it's branded with the Bunn DJ Company logo. Around the office, you'll see just different memorabilia. It's a bunch of picks and drumsticks from different concerts, just some artwork, some vinyl record covers. One of my favorite bands signed that poster for me, and I got the set list. That's Need to Breathe. They're from South Carolina. If you don't know about them, look them up. Great music. And then you've probably seen these little mini arcade games in the back room before. These are by a company called Arcade 1-Up. But I did a lot of work over the winter break and kind of redid that room a little bit to make some more room. Jeb and I, we're always kind of stepping on top of each other, and so I'll show you in a second what we did back there. But I moved these up here to get them out of the way, and I had a little bit of extra room on that wall. I also put the nano leaves up there. They used to be in the back as well, so I moved those here. And then as you pivot around, you'll see my desk. Got my studio monitors from Atom Audio that I just listen to my personal music on or when I'm editing videos. And then I did a video on this, I'll put a link down below, on all these office accessories by a company called Ugmonk. And it's all really cool because it's magnetic. Like it's magnetic. You got your iPad holder, your iPhone holder, your MacBook holder, a riser for your iMac, the pencil cup, the pen holder, like all their accessories are super cool. I'll put a link down below to that as well. You even got your stand there for your headphones and even like a little box there for my business cards. Just basic newer iMac. And then I recently set up this stand with a little bit better camera than what comes on the iMac. This is a Sony ZV-1. So we were gonna use this for some blogging or vlogging from our weddings, but Saquon's usually with me. He uses a Sony a7 III with a really nice lens, and we usually turn it vertical and shoot reels, and then horizontally if we're gonna shoot YouTube. So I relegated this one to a webcam now. So you can see I replaced the battery with a hardwired cable, and then it's just USB-C right into the computer. And this particular camera hooks right up just like a webcam as soon as you turn it on. So That's really cool. And then this, I got this on Amazon, the stand for it. I think it's by a company called Ulanzi or something like that. I'll put a link down below to that as well. Basic desk chair, and then it was cold today, so I got my jacket, couple of plants in the corners, and then kind of the piece de resistance, as the smart people say, that everybody loves when they come in, are these little squares on the wall that are called mixed tiles. I'll put a link down below to them as well. They're really cool. They got a little adhesive strip on the top. The newer ones, let me see if I can find some of the newer ones. The newer ones actually have a magnet on the back. So, you know, if you come in and they're kind of jacked up, or you mount it wrong, you can do a little spin to it. And how I got these up, I just had this little yellow level, and it's exactly the width of this. And then it also let me know that the picture was level. And then I just kind of took the adhesive off and stuck them on. You know, I got a lot of the DJs up here. They love to see themselves up here. Clients come in and see all these memories that we've made, and they get excited about their event. I really wish people would come back to the office. If anybody's watching this, getting married, please come back to the office and see us. All right, are we ready to move on? Let's move on, come on. So cleaned up the closet here over the winter break. This is kind of like my personal closet. Obviously we have a refrigerator in case anybody does come. We can offer them a Corona or a Topo Chico or a Red Bull or a delicious bubbly. And then most of this stuff is just things that I use that you've seen me use in different gig logs. My eVerse 8s. You got your dongles here that are charging up. These are the both lighting, the IR4 up lights. I usually don't turn them on to charge them until I need them. By the way, pro tip, always when you do flip the switch on to charge these up, you want the cover open. It even says on top, when you're charging the lights, keep the cover open. So I just use one of these. And so I'll just flip the switch to turn them on, and then I'll just take this, you know, and usually go boom. It's just a little kickstand. You don't want them closed because they get too hot. So pro tip there. What else? Got a few cables hanging on the wall that I use in the studio. These aren't really gig type cables. And then over here, just a set of drawers with all kinds of different cables, you know, video cables, mic parts, everything's kind of labeled, adapters and knobs, miscellaneous cables in there. Got your Asteras here. And then these bins just have different things, everything from our polos and hoodies for the DJs to koozies for the wedding shows. I just got some tools, shipping supplies, batteries, more gaff tape. This is a lot of stuff we use for shooting over here, just tripods, our banner stands for wedding shows that we do. Got a little fast table down there for demoing gear. And then over here, just kind of I just cleaned this up. I feel very proud of this. Just tools that I grab very quickly off the wall. If I need to go measure something real quick, or, you know, snip a cable or something, I can grab these, box cutter, whatever. All right, so let's take the trip on into the beautiful white studio. So you'll notice it's a lot more open than it used to be, and that's because of another winter break project that I did, which was moving these umbrella lights to the ceiling. And so what I've done is, and I'm gonna get some extension cables on the back of them, so I'll be able to pivot them to either side of the room or even to this wall over here when I need to. So I'm still kind of testing them out. Jeb and I were messing around with them a little bit today, but they work good. It gets rid of the tripod, gets the stuff off the floor, and basically gives us a big open room to shoot in, or even just to work on gear. Like I'm constantly dragging in different DJ booths or speakers or the pop-up totems, or doing demos of gear, or setting up lights and programming them. And it's just nice to have an open space. I never really found a flex space like Jeb's new space. And to be fair, you know, I just kind of gave up on the search, quite frankly. It either wasn't in the right location, or it was, quite frankly, just too much space. I mean, this is really all I need. I wish I had a roll-up door in the back somewhere, but I don't. Over here, you'll notice, if you want to swing around, Jeb, this is a black Bunn Gear Command Center, back on sale now, by the way, bunngear.com. I'll put a link down below. You definitely want to go grab you one of these. New lower pricing, free shipping, by the way. I got the Pioneer DDJ 1000 in it. We were just doing a demo, so I got my MacBook up here. And then this is just kind of a gallery wall of things that I've collected over the last few years since I've been in here. A lot of pop figures, a couple signs, kind of this new style neon. It's almost like rubber tubing, so they're not real neon. You got the crate hackers and the Joe Bunn. This is my favorite thing. So I gave one of these to every DJ for Christmas this year with, you know, their likeness in it, and then it says their name on it, and then one of one. But that's mine right there. So, but got all kinds of little cool things up here, and I think it's a really cool backdrop. Like if you're doing a live stream, or if you're just shooting a video, you've got this cool gallery look behind you, right? A couple older controllers that are defunct up there. A little picture of me recreating the old Memorex cassette ad. Got a small TV up here. Normally, if we do Twitch streams back here, we'll have this playing, what's playing on the Twitch, so everybody can see the chat and the feed. And then the same, we'll have on the big screen up there, we'll be running Twitch. Then we got the monitors up here on the wall. These are just, to be fair, the KRK Rocket 6, they're pretty cheap. They're fine for doing live streams. Again, there's other people in this building, so we can't be stupid. My man Bursk, or Midnight Anchor, made these little two-part things. I think it says Bunn, but the way he wrote it's very, very tough to see. But he painted these canvases for me, and so that's pretty much it. This white wall over here is, you know, where you see us shooting all the time. We got some of the little foam tiles over here to cut down on a little bit of the noise because there are so many hard surfaces. The thing about this building being 100 years old, there's no sheetrock in here. All these walls are concrete, which is good and bad. The bad is you gotta have an impact drill or a hammer drill to put anything hanging on the walls. The good thing is you can play music in here and nobody ever comes to complain, even in the daytime. All right, and the last closet that you've seen before is completely different because we got rid of the 140 S4 both up lights and went to the IR4, only a few sets. The reason why is now, I guess about 12 to 13 guys came and picked up the S4 lights with those soft bags. Hopefully we'll be able to cut to a shot of that. I'm sure Jeb's got one. So I just let them take them home because it just made no sense to keep coming back and forth to just grab up lights. Again, remember, my DJs have their own gear. These are for the people that don't work as much. They can come grab 2 boxes of these both lighting IR4s. Highly recommend these up lights, by the way. These are what I'm personally using as well. I'll put a link down below if you want to check those out. And again, you can see where I've got them kind of kickstand up. And then the rest of this stuff, you know, you got my pop-up totems are in here. You've got the EV ETX 18-inch subs, which are beasts, the 12-inch tops, my EV powered monitor. I got a facade. I got all my costumes in here now. My teleprompters over here, a couple of CO2 tanks and cannons, and then just some miscellaneous stands over here on the shelves where the uplights used to be. Completely just repurposed this closet for just a few uplights, some of my backup bigger gear, and then miscellaneous stands and other things that people may or may not need to come pick up before their show. And that is pretty much the entire office. You got the main office with the meeting room up front, and then you got the little studio back here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the office tour 2024. If you have any questions about what I've done or how I did it, or some piece of gear that I mentioned and I didn't tag, just leave that in the comments. I promise you I'll respond to you personally. Like the video, and of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys on the next video.